Hi, this is Glenda. Yeah, I have a croaky voice. I'm feeling lousy, and I just thought I'd share what I've been doing. I've been playing with transfer dye. Kerry and Anne showed how to use the transfer dye, and I'll put a link to their channel because their results are absolutely stunning, and I'm getting quite hooked on this, and it's just fun. It's just something different to do. So the process for transfer dye, you have to have special ink. So I've bought 4 whole colours, and then you paint it onto a piece of paper, and I'm still working on this. I don't have mine anywhere near as nice as Kerry and Anne do, but anyway, you paint it onto the paper, and then you iron it on to fabric, ribbon, lace, but it's got to be synthetic. So I've been getting all sorts of different results, and I was getting a lot of patterns from my iron, from the steam holes, so I went out and I bought myself an ironing press. I got one on Gumtree for $40, so I was quite pleased, and I had a birthday coming up this month, so I guess I've already got my present. Bummer. And the results with the new iron haven't been overwhelming. I'm still learning so much with this, but as I say, I'm really enjoying it. I have been making fabric and ribbon to match, so there's a couple where I've done that. The flowers are the fabric, and then the ribbon, and on these ones I've actually this one I got out the sewing machine and I stitched the fabric on. Big mistake. I tried putting silver thread in the sewing machine and it fought me all the way, so I ended up putting ordinary thread in and putting pearls over the top, and it's not exactly stunning, but hey, it was fun to make, except for the dodgy sewing machine. This one I coloured more of a crepe fabric. I think it was from my wedding dress, and it took the colour really well, but it was a bit thick for this flower that I made. So anyway, and it is from the same sheet. It just took really differently, which all seems to depend on the fabric and the heat and the mood of the iron and the paper at the time. I think these were the same sheet, but I wouldn't swear to it. But this was a nice chiffon, equally I think from my wedding dress. They're leftovers. I haven't actually cut the dress up at this point. I should, but that took beautifully on the chiffon, and was just nice to make up this flower. And I actually did the lace, but it was a cream lace, and it may be a cotton or a high cotton content, and it didn't take it as well, but there is a hint of the colour in there in person. So this one I again did the fabric for the flower, and I've done the lace here, which was just a plain white lace when I started. That's from the same sheet of fabric, but then that's the matching ribbon. These are the padded cards that Anne was showing, and I made the mistake of using a very thin batting, there's glue strands for this one, and it doesn't sit well, but for this one I used the foam, and that's actually on a piece of velvet. That's a paper flower. It's from a much earlier technique. Yes, this was just the ribbon, and this is the new flower stamp die that I got, that I think I finally worked out how to line up. Yeah, and I showed those two where they're just the matching fabric and ribbon again, and also I did it on the seam binding, but I didn't get a very strong result. I'm not getting as many uses out of my paper as other people seem to get. As I say, I'm still strong learning curve. If you want to try this, oh, there was this bit of lace was coloured with it too. Kerry has sheets for sale, so you can get them and just have a play with it without going overboard like I have. And I think that'd be the way to go, because they've mastered getting the sheets right anyway. So I will certainly put a link to her channel and go and check that out. And she's got, I think, 4 videos now on the transfer dye, maybe 5. Because there was an earlier one where she showed some of her results. So have a look at that. And the other thing is I hit just over 500 subscribers now, so I'm really chuffed about that. when people like and comment and subscribe, it's the only sort of way you know if you're doing anything right at all. And comments in particular I really appreciate. But yeah, the number of subscribers is slowly going up, and you know, it's been just over a year, I think, that I've had the channel, so I'm quite pleased because I don't make any money out of this. I have no sponsorship. I have no way of making money from my craft at all. And so if people are getting something out of it, then that's great. And it makes it worthwhile, because otherwise I'm sitting here making cards and videos for no real reason, and I really should get a life. But in the meantime, I'll be happy with more subscribers. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, if you do try Transfer Ink, it is really fun, just because you never know what you're going to get out of it. And for me it was something completely new. So yeah, thank you, bye.